My name is Harriet Burns Stieff. I am the youngest member of my family. They were all raised here in Sarasota. I was born in July 31st, 1922. I'll save you the arithmetic. That makes me 95. And my father was Owen Burns, and he came to Sarasota in 1910. Sarasota was a wonderful place to grow up. You knew everybody in town, they knew you, and you knew perfectly well if you did something, you better jolly well get home and tell your parents, because they didn't want the neighbors calling and saying, "Did you know Harriet did such and such?" As long as they knew. Perhaps one of my earliest memories, and I do remember going to school about the time, and the teacher's name was Miss Sunshine. When we would go into school in the morning, we would go in and shake hands with her and curtsy and say, "Bonjour, Madame Sunshine, Mademoiselle Sunshine." Oh, you know, the word teenager was not around when we were teenagers. I guess it started with the boys. The boys had sneaked out of the dorm one night and had gone out and walked around and came back, and of course they told us about it. And we decided, hey, we want to do that. We were all going to get up in the middle of the night and sneak out. And we snuck over to the bathhouse and got our bathing suits on and walked along the pass. So we went down, went swimming, everything all innocent as could be. We came back and got our clothes back on, went back over to the school. By this time, we're wide awake, and so we decided to go out. And we went out there and just sat and talked and laughed and giggled, forgetting that one of the teachers lived in a trailer close by. And so all of a sudden we saw the lights go in the tail. So we ran around. We all got back in bed, and we thought we'd gotten away with it. And all of a sudden somebody walks in with a flashlight, counting for everybody. Well, it caused quite a problem. And of course, all the adults were afraid that we had done something terrible, or it was a sex orgy or something. It wasn't at all. It was as innocent as just getting up in the middle of the night, just sneaking out and coming back in. And of course, the school's way of handling things, well, it must be a need for sort of some adventure as they get older. And there was a teacher at that point. So he said, "Okay, well, anytime you all want to get up and walk around, I'll go with you. Just let us know, we'll do it." And of course, that's no fun. I think I must have been much more innocent than, I know I was, much more innocent than Priscilla. Miss Carlotta, she called us all in and said, I may have been late coming in. "Did you all do anything last night that you shouldn't have done?" But of course what they were after was, had we physically done anything that we shouldn't have been doing. I didn't construe it that way. It was just, yes, we did something we shouldn't have. No, we got out, sneaked out, and you shouldn't sneak out. And Priscilla just coughed. She, no, Miss Carlotta, we didn't do anything we shouldn't have done. As a family, because of the wide age spread, we didn't play many games together, except maybe baseball. And we played baseball out in the side yard, and Dad would umpire. And with his Victorian attitude, girls were always safe. I never struck out. I always got balls. And finally, they'd try and convince me I didn't want to play anymore. I think as we became teenagers, we used to play dominoes. And my sister told me that Dad was fascinated playing dominoes, even at a young age, because I did not know arithmetic and how I was able to play it. But in my mind, I could count to 5. And of course, every multiple of 5, I'd stop at 5 and start over again. And so I always knew it had to match that way, plus the colors. But Dad used to say, I can't understand it. I know she can't count. Well, I knew that, you know how older kids pick on little kids. They could pick on my sister, Sister Shub, and get her to cry. Of course, she cried, I cried. But then they'd turn to me, we didn't do anything to you, why are you crying? But I learned early on, if you don't cry, they'll leave you alone. It's only if they can make you cry that they keep on picking on you.